Warning: the following video has not been approved by the Comic Code Authority and is intended for mature audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is the Comic-Assassin coming at you one more time with a comic book review. I got 3 books we're going to be talking about today. 2 I'll go more in depth with, but 1 I'm going to tone it down just because the sensitivity of it all, okay? First off, I want to say I hope all of y'all had a happy 4th of July. Whether it was you, your family, everybody else, hope you had a great time. Everybody stayed safe. I've known so many people who've actually gotten hurt during this time of year. I have one friend who lost the eye because of a firework. I have another friend who lost the whole house because of a firework. So it can be a dangerous time, but I hope none of those unfortunate circumstances happen to you, and just hope you had a great time. But we're back to the grind. It's Friday, and we're going to do a comic book review. So the first one I want to talk about, and that is going to be Sea of Stars, number 1. This is a book by Image. It's done by Jason Aaron and Dennis Hallam, and the art is done by Stephen Green. Overall, it was an interesting book. There's some things I liked, there's some things I didn't like, but the general gist is the dad's a truck driver, right, in the cosmos. He's transporting a load of cargo from point A to point B, but he brings his son along. And the son the whole time is like, oh, this is so boring, this is so boring. You know, can't we go see some black holes? Can't we go see some like dangerous stuff? And the dad's like, no, I have a job to do, yo. Like, we're getting from point A to point B. I have to bring you along. And the son, like, just keeps on, kind of being pouty, which what you would expect. It's kind of like the long road trip many of us have been on, right? But all of a sudden, this big being comes out of nowhere, and the ship is like, the species is not identified. We don't know what it is, right? And it rips the spaceship in half, right? So it rips it in half, and the father makes another attack at this being, and he tells his son to go. Just stay with the main flow, go. Right? But the son wakes up on a planet with this space monkey and what they're calling a space dolphin, and their initial thoughts are, hey, can we eat it? And then once they find out that the boy can actually understand what they're saying and can talk intelligibly, they're like, okay, I guess he's going to be along on the ride. And there's some other stuff. Basically, it ends with the note where, and the kid doesn't know if the father even survived or not. But he does survive, and he winds up on this planet, and you can see there's some beings coming at him. And the whole goal from here on out is for him to go find his son. Overall, I liked the book. And I thought the artwork was good. I thought the story was good. Some of it's not believable, which it's comics. I get it, right? But, you know, how believable is it that we have 2 people who are in the cosmos, they're separated from the vessel, and all of a sudden they both come across, just land haplessly on different planets or masses or whatever you want to call them, right? But I did like the book. It was very lighthearted. You can tell there is a story behind there of a father trying to rejoin with his son, and I like that aspect of it. So who knows? I think if you were to check this out, I think you might enjoy it. And I'm probably going to pick up issue 2. Okay? I thought it was a very decent book for what it was. Alright. Now the second one's completely different. The second one is not so lighthearted. It is for mature audiences only, mainly for language, and that is Test Number 1. Alright, and this is one that when I first read the synopsis, I wasn't sure what I was going to think about the book. And it was interesting. It was interesting. So basically, this is about I'm assuming a female. That's the thing. I can't tell if the main character is a dude or a chick. I don't know. But I'm going to say her. Her name is Alif. Alright? So basically, Alif is basically she's pimped herself out to the corporations, right? She says, okay, you have, untested drugs that you want to test, you have some biohacking that needs to go on, I'll be your guinea pig. So she is essentially a human guinea pig. And so she goes from corporation to corporation, getting this thing, that thing, and with this one, she breaks out her latest one because she hears of a world or a town called Laurelwood. Now, Laurelwood is supposedly a town where future has exceeded itself. This is a town that's no longer on the map anywhere, and they do a whole bunch of high-tech, futuristic studies that are well beyond its time, and that's where she wants to go. Now, she's on the run. She just escaped. And, there's this one scene right here where, the repo men, I guess the corporations are trying to come in and collect their bounty. And you see this blood splatter come out. And she comes out covered with blood. You don't know what actually happened, but you assumed she got the best hand on that one. All right? Now, it's interesting because I like the storyline of the story, but what's difficult is because the main character supposedly has schizophrenia. Alright, now you couple the schizophrenia on top with her doing all the body hacks, and you don't know what part is what. Like, is she getting multiple personalities from the stuff she's getting biohacked with? That made it very hard. This is one of those books that you could read 3-4 times and still try to figure out what the main plot was. Alright? Because it's so confusing. She's rambling the hell on all the damn time. Like, all she does is talk. You don't know, half the time you know what she's talking about. And that's why I wish they would have done a better job with that. But maybe it was character development. But overall, it was a good story. She finds her way to this magical place called Laurelwood. Okay? And basically, the S is about to hit the fan. Because at the very end, the commoners, who always seem normal, were like, lock the doors, we got one. Alright, so yeah, it was a good book. Alright, I liked the book. I liked the writing. I liked the artwork. I just wish the writing was more cohesive, because it made it very hard to follow what they wanted to say. So, yeah, I mean, I would definitely recommend checking this book out. Now, the last book we're going to talk about, and this is the one I'm not going to go into too much major detail, is The Walking Dead 193. Alright, and this kind of caught a lot of us by surprise that this is the last issue of The Walking Dead. Alright. Now, if you've been keeping up with Walking Dead, in 192 there was a major event that happened. And I'm not going to go into too many spoilers with this. Alright, but with 192, how it ended with Carl Grimes pretty much stating, like, he didn't know how to go on. Like, and you think that he's about to lose his stuff, right? 193 is focused on Carl Grimes. Alright, and the time that he is in right now. Okay? I thought it was a beautifully done book. I know there's a big time gap between 192 and 193. All right, there's a big gap, and there's going to be a lot of people who don't like that. There's going to be people who want explanation about more, and I totally understand that. All right, but basically, I thought they ended the story good. All right, they ended on a high note, on a note of being optimistic, and I don't know what else I can say without actually giving spoilers away, because I really don't want to give spoilers away. Basically, also, in the end, first off, I will say one thing. Look at this book. Look how thick that book is. Alright, this is a thick book. It's made with good stock paper. Alright, it's very well done. You know how much they charge us? $3.99. And I applaud you, Image. I applaud you, Walking Dead, for doing that move. All right, if this was DC, if this was Marvel, you would have charged $10 for this book. All right, but you did a big, decent-sized book and made it pretty good quality, and you charged regular cover price. And I applaud the hell out of that. All right, like that to me, that's awesome. All right, I couldn't believe that. When I went, they actually, at my local comic book shop, they had all these pulled behind the counter where you had to come in and say, hey, do you have some of that? And they give it to you. And knowing that it was regular cover price, like, that's the way to end it. That's the way that you do something. It wasn't a money grab. It was just them knowing it was the time and they needed to do it. Now, in the end of this book, there is a 5-page letter from Kirkman here, who talks about why he actually ended it the way he did, and he talks about his emotional stuff that's going on, like him. This is kind of his baby, right? And he's kind of letting his baby go, like his baby's going off to college or something, right? And knowing that he was going to end this story a long time ago, and he kept it on. And even with this story, he could have kept on going on. But he felt like the stories just did not make sense. And it was the perfect time to conclude it. And I agree. I thought it was a good job. So if you have not picked up The Walking Dead 193, go do it. Apparently, it's already going out for a second print. And if you're a Walking Dead fan, this is one that you have to have. It has Michonne, Maggie. It shows them in their future state. A couple of other characters in their future state. And it all seems very fitting. Alright? So with that being said, let me know what you think about these books. If you've read them, did you like them? Did you not like them? If so, why? If not, why? Alright? I'd love to hear what you think. But I just want to come in one more time and say just thank y'all for watching the video. I hope you check out these books. And with that being said, we have next week coming up. Happy hunting to you.